Hello, it is me, Pearl, from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned in Tarot, and we are here to look at the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy inside of self, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our interactions with others, in our external environment, and if we want to see change, we do need to shift and change the energy within, and hopefully my readings give you enough information to be able to do just that. All right, so this is the week ahead energy. We are going to get right into it. If you'd like to see this full length reading with no ads, you can always do that at passes.com/pearlsprayer, pearls prayers, and that link is below. You can also go to turnedintarot.com to see all of the offerings I have, including a place to donate, which I would welcome because I am traveling for a few days and my schedule is a little off and I could definitely use some support during that time. So donations welcome, but also if you book private readings, I will still have access to my cards and be able to fulfill readings while I am on the road. So I hope that I will see you there on my site booking readings, please, because I need to pay for gas. Okay, thank you. All right, let's get going, everybody. We're going to look at the divine masculine energy, which is the energy of the mind, the headspace. You can use this you can look at this week ahead reading as something about another person. There's really nothing wrong with you doing that, but it's really wise if you look at this more as your own energy this week, and because this is where your energy is, it's likely someone would reflect this back to you. That's how I do all of my readings, but in particular this week ahead. And then we have the energy of the heart space as well. We're using the Game of Thrones tarot in the head space, and the heart space, the Crow tarot. So the Game of Thrones tarot is giving us the 9 of Wands, or spears in that deck. And we're getting the Ace of Wands from the Crow tarot, which gives us the completion of the 10 of Wands. So something about your head and your heart working together is going to bring about a sense of completion that you have been really longing for. I get a sense of longing for this. So this week, you have really wanted your desires to come through, and this week your desires coming through is going to show you that you have finally completed some major healing cycle that you have been in, and you have achieved healing. This is the overall energy for this week. You were isolated and you will not be isolated anymore. You literally may be traveling from one contrasting environment to another because we have this dark and we're entering into this light. We can see this darkness here behind us. So I really feel that there's some really significant progress made and towards what you've been fighting for in terms of your desires. And literally, I'm going to the beach, so I'm going to be near the water. I'm very excited to see that. I'm going to be right near a major city. It's going to be really, really exciting. I haven't done anything like that in a long time. So I'm feeling this energy. Okay, so that's the overall energy. So the masculine, the mind, the headspace is a little bit more like, it kind of like working through some of the ideas and beliefs about the self that have kept you isolated or in a sort of a victim mentality, working through that. And the heart is just like beaming with what it desires. That's what I'm getting. The heart, the feminine energy. Okay, so what's supporting you this week? The headspace, we've got the 6 of Wands, which is victory. So that's more wands, a lot of major fiery energy happening. And then the Ace of Pentacles. So we have 2 aces here, which does indicate that we really have something to offer. Our heart space feels we really have something to offer. We feel we are valuable and that we can plant something and cause it to grow. We are feeling like there is success in regards to finances this week as well. The seeds you have planted turning into that abundance that you have been seeking. And people getting to see it. People getting to enjoy your success. I'm not seeing people just like begrudging you this either, or envying this so much as I'm seeing them really be like, oh, you know what? You really deserve it. That's been a long time coming. It's an exciting energy. So, what are we bringing in from this past week? What are we bringing in to this next week ahead? This is crazy. Okay, we have another Ace of Pentacles. So you're definitely there is some seed that has been planted that you're seeing a physical manifestation of this week. Some offer that's really, really, really a sign of how successful you have been at clearing all of the ideas and beliefs that have kept you in a victim mentality. Like you're going to be able to stand behind everything that you've said. I think that you've had not a lot of evidence on the outside of all of this Empress energy within you until very recently. But you are now going to have this evidence on the outside as well, so that your words, where you were saying, you know, it pays to really be faithful and committed to growing something, like you that you had this abundant energy within you and you would be able to manifest it. Like that is all really paying off this week. Your Empress energy is, you may have been very creative last week, or feeling like you were right about to birth some kind of a creation this week. You patiently awaited receiving, and you did receive, and you received in a big way, and you're going to continue, because remember, this is coming in. Like, this is going to continue to flow this week. Your current energy, we have the mindset here, the Five of Cups and the Heart Justice. Okay. So with the masculine energy, with that Ace of Coins, I feel like they have this offer that they had been wanting to give you last week, and they still want to give that to you this week, or you know about it. It's like you're sitting with it, you feel it or something. It was planted and the seeds are being harvested this week. So, I can see now why this masculine energy would have to sort of isolate in order to feel confident to make that gesture, needing to isolate and make sure that they've healed fully before they would offer something like this. So they were like cleaning up their messes, and that has come to a completion. And now they can do what they desire to do, or what they have desired to do all along, which is give you something, because there's some regret here. There's some sadness, maybe for the delay, for what it took to need to clean things up. And this is your own sadness within too, which is like you feeling, you know, geez, I wish I would have identified some of these wounds earlier in my life so that I could have cleaned things up sooner. And feeling some regret about some of the choices and decisions that you've made, and some of the karma that you've experienced from those choices. You may have legal problems now from the way that things were in the past. And there's this feeling, there is a heavy feeling of regret to a certain extent. But you know that how the law of polarity works. What goes up must come down, and back and forth, and so on. You do know that when the scales are balanced, it means that things will also be balanced in your favor. That yes, you made choices in the past, and your material prosperity or your love and relationships sort of reflected the disparity between what you really desired and what you believed you were worthy of, and all of those things. And the choices you made were very dependent upon your feelings of worthiness. But now that you've healed those wounds, you're going to see the same return. You're going to see that the balance swings in your favor. Things are finally going to be fair. If you were hurt, you are going to be made whole. Like, the scales are always going to be balanced. And then where are you going if you stay in this current energy with no change?